President Biden has been championing the success of the child tax credit and helping lift children out of poverty. Here he was this month.
Thanks to the American Rescue Plan, we've cut child poverty in America by more than 40%. Think about that. Millions of children who spent last Christmas in poverty will not bear that burden this holiday season.
Those millions of kids, however, could be in for a much harder new year. Just a couple weeks, the child tax credit expires, which would cause an estimated 9.9 million children to slip back below the poverty line or fall deeper into poverty. Senate Democrats have a fix. Their Build Back Better Act extends the child tax credit through 2022. But like so many Democratic priorities these days, it's being held up by West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, a Democrat. So tomorrow, a coalition of activists will head to Washington for Moral Monday on a mission to change Manchin's mind. Leading the charge, Reverend William Barber, founder of Moral Mondays and co-chair of the Poor People's Campaign. The Reverend is also president of Repairers of the Breach. Reverend Barber, as always, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us about this effort and why you think it could actually change the senator's mind.
Well, we're hoping to put a moral voice on this and a face on it. What we know is we're not going to stop fighting. We're saying get it done in 21. And we say Build Back Better, Voting Rights Protection, Voting Rights Advancement Act, the For the People's Act, end this coward filibuster, raise the minimum wage to 15. You see, in Washington, D.C., they like to split you up. But people's lives are not split up like that. And even when the president says we cut poverty in half, that's according to the government measurement. But if you look at a living wage measurement, supplemental measurement, even before COVID, 140 million people living in poverty and low wealth, over 52% of our children. This Build Back Better plan, 39 million families would be affected by the child income tax credit, 17 million earned income tax credit, 18 million low-wage home health workers, the people who come in our homes and help us. 4 million families would get health insurance that don't have it now. And 52 senators, 50 Republicans and 2 Democrats are blocking millions of people. It is a form of abuse, political abuse. It is sinful. It is wrong. And so people from 33 states, impacted people, are coming to say, this is not Biden against Manchin. This is Manchin against us. They're coming from all over, and 39 other organizations, and we're going to engage in direct action. We're going to protest. We're going to push. We're going to put a face on it, because lastly, what happened in this, we got hung up on 3 trillion, 6 trillion, 4 trillion, when the real issue should have been not how much does it cost to do this, but how much does it cost not to do it. Before COVID, 250,000 people were dying a year from poverty and low wealth. Manchin's position and Senator positions continued to cause people to die. And it's all because of greed, just straight up greed and catering to the wealthy rather than caring about low and poor income people of every race. It's not a black issue. It's an issue of every race. And we got to fight to change it.
Reverend, I have about a minute left, but I do want to ask you about the child tax credit. The Washington Post reports from late July through September about half of families receiving the child tax credit payments reported spending at least part of that money on food, and about 4 in 10 spent it on rent, mortgages, or utilities. That kind of tells you everything you need to know. What is your message to lawmakers who aren't behind extending this?
Well, I hate to say this, but my message is, what the hell is wrong with you? In the middle of Christmas, in this hot season, you don't even want people to eat after they were still fighting through COVID. Why would you get up in the morning and the only thing you can use your power to do is give more money to billionaires rather than invest in poor and low wealth people? And the investment, we also know, is that it's not about entitlement, it's about investment. It will come back. It will build the economy. It will build our society. People are sick and tired of this kind of greed and outright political abuse and moral sinfulness. And that's why we're coming. That's why it's not just me or people like me. It's impacted people. We're going to put a face on this tomorrow and in the days to come until we get this done.
Reverend Barber, as always, thank you so much for your time. We'll be watching tomorrow.